There is an epidemic that is spreading quickly. 1 in 3 adults are affected, and 1 in 6 children are affected. This disease not only hurts a person physically, but emotionally too. This disease shortens life and makes the life you have very difficult. But there are cures for it, yet they can be a grueling process, and most don't have the mindset to endure them. Anyone can be infected by it. This disease is obesity. Mayo Clinic defines obesity as a complex disorder involving an excessive amount of body fat. Don't get this confused with being overweight, which is excessive body fat for a particular height for fat, muscle, bone, water, or combination of these factors. Obesity is strictly about excessive amount of body fat, but being overweight is a step in that direction. With its rising numbers, more people need to become informed. Knowledge of the disease is a key factor in helping prevent it or overcome it. As mentioned, everyone can be affected by it, either from experiencing the disease themselves or having to watch a loved one with it. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, childhood obesity has more than doubled in children and quadrupled in adolescents in the past 30 years. Adult obesity has doubled since 1980 from 15 to 30%. With every 1 in 3 adult being infected, many are losing their loved ones at a very young age. Genetics, pregnancy, medications, and smoking increase the risk, but many can be affected depending on their lifestyle and inactivity. There are many implications of obesity. They can range from skin conditions to heart disease. One of the most common types are type 2 diabetes and high blood pressure. Some others include stroke, cancer, breathing disorders, gallbladder disease, and many other problems. Other implications involve movement. People with obesity have a hard time walking short distances without needing a break. They have difficulty in being involved in any kind of physical activity. When obesity becomes extreme, many are bedridden and cannot do daily tasks on their own. Because obesity brings so many health issues, many who have obesity face an early death. In fact, according to the National Institution of Health, there is an estimate of 300,000 deaths a year due to obesity. So, the main question that many wonder is why? Why is obesity a huge problem in today's society? The truth is that there is more than one reason, but I would like to mention 3 that are undoubtedly reasons why obesity exists. The first is inactivity in daily life. When you think back in history, people were hard workers physically. Most jobs were farming, ranching, building, and other physical labors. Even more, there was no cars, and most people walked or they rode horses, which were still a lot of work. As time has moved on, we have come to see many changes. The majority of jobs today are desk jobs and don't require really any physical labor. This causes less and less physical activity and more sitting around. Because of this, experts from Mayo Clinic and other organizations have said that to be physically healthy, a person should at least exercise 30 minutes a day 3 times a week. But because life is so hectic and oftentimes one does not want to spend money or the time on a gym, many don't even work out 1 day a week. Even children's recesses are being cut, and with less physical labor chores, they too are experiencing less activity. When people are not moving, they are not burning the calories they need to be burnt every day, so weight gain occurs. The second reason is technology. Now, we live in a miraculous time in the world. Technology advances have made living so much easier, yet they have made people lazier as well. With so many new things like movies, video games, computers, people are perfectly entertained sitting there and focusing on those instead of going outside and being active. This especially goes for children who are playing video games on an average of 10 hours a week, according to kidspoint.com. With so many technology and more people indulging themselves in it, there's less physical activity happening. The third and final reason is diet, and more specifically, fast food. Again, if we look into the past, there were usually home-cooked meals and ones that were not fatty but overall healthy. Today you look around and all over are fast food restaurants. It is quick and cheap and so tempting to most Americans. With the high intake of sugar, salt, and fat people are putting into their body and adding that to less activity, it is obvious why the body gains so much weight and obesity is an epidemic in our day. But there is hope to fighting this disease. As long as people are making it a priority to be healthy and be active, there's little to worry about of being obese. To those who are obese that are in to those who are obese, there are many programs and experts willing to help. Is disease worth being aware of? Thank you.